E-P-S-T-E-I-N. I'm singing E-P-S-T.
Got an egg penis, Jeffrey Epstein.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Tom and Frenchy podcast, the weirdest intro ever.
But we're just doing the Epstein chant to start the show.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about his egg-shaped penis, so I thought I better hit record so we don't miss the gold.
Miss the gold. I was hyping up for a podcast, and Tom likes to bring it in when I'm hyping myself up.
Yep, that's right. And we want our listeners to get hyped up, so that's what I was going for.
Fire up, you motherfucker. I was going to say you hard cunt, but then I was like, I'm going to restrain myself.
Konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa. Do you remember that voicemail? It was a rugby league player left on a girl's phone.
What did he say?
He said, fire up, you hard cunt. Me and 4 lads are coming around, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my God.
It was a big scandal like 10 years ago. Mark Gasnier.
That is terrifying. If I got that voicemail, I would move countries. It'd be like a whole bunch of rugby boys are coming to rape me.
If I got any voicemail, I would move countries. Who leaves voicemails?
You do, bro.
Oh, I leave them for you because I think they're funny.
You always
play the one I left for you. Do you still have it? Oh, it's very funny, guys.
Frenchy's like a needy girlfriend. He leaves like if you don't answer his call, he calls back 7 times. It's like, bro, if I don't answer, I'm busy.
No, okay, listen to this, guys. I want you to know, konnichiwa too, Ohio.
Ohio.
I knew Tom was driving, and I knew he was just listening to a podcast. This is like a girlfriend, okay? And I knew there's no reason he can't answer my call. He literally just didn't want to talk to me. He wanted to listen to his podcast, which is a boyfriend thing. And I was like, no, I'm going to keep bringing back to you answer. And then eventually I was like, no, I'm going to leave you a voicemail.
Like a crazy girlfriend. Yes. You're really proving my point here.
Did you ever used to drunk dial girls?
No, I was lucky because I would get in a blackout drunk, but I would never use social media or text.
Oh.
But one time, I do remember I almost made a very bad mistake.
Mm?
This was a new technology when you could message multiple people on the same text.
Okay.
I almost texted 2 girls with the same name, the same message to save time. Then my mate's like, a friend stopped me. It was when that wasn't.
So you put them both in the chat and you're like, hello, Emily, or whatever her name was?
Pretty much. And I thought, back in the day, it used to be separate messages would go out.
But if
they would have been in the same
if you're on the
thread.
iMessage, it goes on the same thread.
That would have been
what was
disastrous.
The girl's name?
I don't remember.
What were you writing?
Sure, her name was Sarah.
Just Sarah?
Sure.
What were you writing? Was it like a you out message?
Yeah, it was like a basic message, but it would have been sus.
It was
because it would have gone to 2 chicks.
Hey, what are you up to tonight?
Yeah,
and they're both there.
Yeah, exactly.
With the same name.
That would have been very bad.
I went through this stage in high school. I don't know why. Me and wasn't even all my friends. It was just one mate. We'd just ring up this girl and we got hammered just to chat to her.
Was she into it or no?
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
Right.
She enjoyed it. She didn't have to answer, did she?
True.
Our numbers went on private. She would answer, and then we'll just chat and just be hammered. And
was there a
she'll
goal?
just be sober. No, I don't know
just
why we
laugh?
did it. I don't know why we did it. To be honest,
funny.
That's high school.
I'm glad I didn't because when you're drunk,
we'll get on the Red Bears. We'll get on the Woodstocks.
Actually, I've got a story.
Okay.
I was in Canberra out on a night out.
I like the laugh that preceded this story.
Yeah. So it was when the Roundabout crew were new, and I was staying at Kenny's place. Kenny had a place in the place we stayed at. You might have even been there. It might have been the night we shot shit university students say.
Oh, that was one of the first nights we hung out.
Yeah. It could have been that night. And
you had that fresh fame, that fresh internet fame. Yeah. Okay, I like where this is going.
And it was like end of the night. We were back at Elliot's, at Kenny's, and Elliot was there. And there was like a girl hitting on me, and I wasn't really interested. She was just some girl, and
because
she
was of age. Go on,
exactly.
Go on,
sure.
Go on.
And Elliot goes, message her and ask for nudes.
Message her and ask for nudes. Yep.
And I was drunk and I did what he said.
Yep.
And she wrote back kill yourself or something. I was like, I would have never done that unless Elliot asked. And then I used to always sit around and I was like, this is awkward.
That's so funny.
But that was Elliot's fault. I just obeyed Elliot.
I am generally the Elliot of this story.
Yeah.
If my mate's chatting to a girl, I'll be like, yo, get some nudes.
Fuck. And I never do that. And Elliot was like the devil in my ear and I was vulnerable.
I love that because, like, girls are never like, they're never like, yo, Laura, get some dick pics of this guy.
Yeah. They never want that.
Are ya? I don't know. You might be girls. I don't know.
They're not.
Yeah, your friends ever talking to a dude?
They might for a laugh.
Sometimes they're like
they want to see like a funny dick.
curvy cock.
They know that we've got them weird cocks.
I've seen, like, whenever I see a dick pic, it's very curvy.
Some people have a real bend.
They do have the bend. I did not.
I wasn't cursed.
I don't want to get too graphic about my own penis, but not much of a bend.
I've even some porn you watch and you're like, that is a hawk.
That is a hawk.
That could look around a corner.
That's almost a U-turn. What are you doing with that?
You can get that thing up like a periscope and look over walls.
Yeah, you need to put a splint on that and straighten it out.
Yeah. Do you reckon there is like dick straightening
That's a snorkel
surgery?
cock. That
Do you reckon they have to like cut a chunk out to straighten it, like a tree?
I think it's just like, you know, when you've got scoliosis.
Yes.
And you have like they have to wear a back brace, and eventually they keep tightening it, so eventually your spine redeems itself.
Sounds painful talking about a penis like that.
Yeah, so you start off just moving it back a little bit, like a degree, and then it keeps moving. And you're like, okay, it's straightened up into the back brace, the dick brace, and then you go 5 degrees, and you keep eventually it's straight. Or you just keep the bend, and girls love it.
Do you reckon I could use the same technology?
Yes.
If I wanted to bend.
Ooh, I think you could.
So start bending slowly.
I think if you whack off too much, it gets a natural bend.
I would have the most crooked.
Because if you think about it, you don't, sorry to be graphic, guys, but you don't really go full straight out. There's a little bit of a little wrist, bit of leg spin in that.
Depends which hand you are. So if you're right-handed, it should curve to the right.
Should curve to the right.
I feel like that's not the case.
Okay. Tom's giving us information about his penis now. And I
feel like it could be slight left.
I like it.
I'm not sure.
How have you measured your penis before?
I probably have, but it's not a number that comes to mind. Would you measure flaccid or hard?
Hard.
Yeah, you'd have
hard.
To. It'd be
What's the point of
flaccid
flaccid is embarrassing, and it's not a useful cock. That's just a little. That's a little.
Yeah, it's an acorn.
It's a little acorn it's no like girls generally. They don't care about a flaccid cock. They're interested in what's going to be possible in the vagina or the.
The problem with measuring is that number will get out there.
Okay, do girls want a big penis or average size? Because you think big, but then like if you've got to suck it, like put in your mouth, you're gonna get some lockjaw from that.
They're more concerned about if it's gonna hurt their vagina.
Oh, vagina. Okay.
Yes, I think that would be a bigger concern. Because you don't have to put the whole thing in your mouth.
No, but like if it's quite wide.
Yeah. But that might hurt the vagina as well.
Interesting.
Man,
so what we're trying to say is that tiny cocks are better. That's what we'll try.
That's the message we're pushing, and please back it up.
Please back it up.
Tiny cocks matters.
Hashtag. Welcome to episode number 56.
56. Jeez.
What rhymes with 56, Tom?
50 dicks. That's right.
That was very quick.
Thank you.
Can you do an impromptu poem called 50 Dicks?
50 men with 50 chicks. What are we going to suck? 50 dicks.
That was very good.
Thank you.
That was very good. And so you did it from the perspective of the woman?
I like to do that.
Or were you a bystander? Because it was like 50 men, 50 chicks. What are we going to suck?
Yeah, I was in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just
You
joking.
were there with your little...
I arranged the whole situation.
That's a big gangbang.
Thank you.
What do you think is the biggest gangbang that's ever happened?
Oh, I wonder if Guinness World Records does that. And if they do, who is the person from Guinness Book of Records they send to cover that story?
So
like someone's got to be there to make it official.
That's a job you'd want.
That is it. I think you would.
They'd have a bendy cock. That's what I think. The person with that job, they go, who's got the bendiest cock? You're going out to do that.
But I feel like that's a gross orgy because you're going for numbers.
50?
You're going for quantity over quality. You're going to have some fucking toads.
All orgies have toads.
Would you ever be a swinger?
No.
Why?
I don't have a car, bro. What keys am I going to put in there?
You put the keys to this podcast room.
I just feel guilty. I'm putting in this podcast room keys.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got that cuck gene where I want to see the person I'm with get fucked.
If I get a wife, okay, why would I get a wife that I'd want to get fucked? Surely you'd try to get one that you'd want to have sex with. I'm no expert on swinging. Have you thought about it much?
I've watched documentaries on it.
Actually?
I think I have, yeah. Like Louis
No.
Theroux.
That was called Leaving Neverland. That wasn't about swinging. That was about Michael Jackson.
That guy swung that thing around a lot of children. It was a big swinging cock.
Leaving Neverland was not a swinging documentary, Tom.
What?
Sorry.
Do you reckon his dick was white or black? Do you reckon that skin disease went to his dick?
Wasn't a skin disease. He dyed his own skin.
Yeah. That's what I was
did
thinking.
He dye his own dick?
People still believe that skin shit. Like, oh, he has blah, blah, blah. But it's like, did he?
As we talked about last podcast, people still believe R. Kelly.
True.
Like.
But it's like, yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Where are we going?
Michael Jackson, episode 56, 50 dicks. Good start. So I don't want to lie to you. This is going to be released on the Sunday, probably you're getting this. We've recorded it.
Just after the other podcast.
Just after the other last week. We're fucking...
But
wow.
What we did... We had a few beers to mix it up. Which you could probably already tell because we just talked about swinging and dicks for 10 minutes.
We would prefer doing podcasts and uploading it that day, but I am currently on my family holiday. I go every year 1 week away to a place up the coast with the family.
Is it fun?
It is, but I found out my dog's not coming, my family's dog, which is annoying. They put him in like a dog home for the week.
Why, getting old?
No, just apparently the place we're staying doesn't allow dogs. I'm like, why the fuck would we stay there then, Mum? She's like, it's a good price. I'm like, I've got to pay. You're not even paying for everyone anymore.
Oh, really?
We got jobs.
You are an adult.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm like, I'd rather pay extra. They could bring the dog because I don't get to see the old Norman that much. Isn't that the best name for a dog?
It's very funny.
Norman.
Shout
out Norman. I know you're listening. He's a big fan. He's a Patreon. So you're getting this on a Sunday. We can only guess what happened over the weekend. I did my show on Friday. I probably crushed, and you all came out. Thanks for that.
So I would be in Canberra this weekend, and I didn't realize Spilt Milk was on the same weekend I was going to Canberra. So when I go to book a hotel, fucking 3 times the price.
So a lot more girls you can get nudes off, though, which is what you like to do in Canberra. You message girls.
That was the old me.
Send me nudes.
I'm an adult now. Not with Elliot.
I love how you're just so blatant. Like if you're trying to get nudes, don't you do it subtly?
But it was kind of just for the
when
laugh.
You're hammered.
It was kind of Elliot told me to do it. It was just a laugh.
Yeah, it is. Guys are so, and this is me included. We're so pathetic when we're trying to get nudes. It's like,
I feel like you used to be a real nude sender and nudes. Receiver.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I feel like I was like worried about how many you were sending. I was like, someone's going to screenshot that, bro. Like you were doing it a lot, like too much.
It's just, you got to send a few to get a few. There's a give and take in any relationship. You can't just be a taker.
Yeah.
I'm a giver.
I guess.
I'm a giver.
These were like Tinder girls. It wasn't a relationship.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Tom. Have you heard that quote?
I don't listen to basketball.
It's not about basketball. It's about sending nudes.
Oh, okay. Then I'm listening.
You got to send a dick to get a dick. That's how it works.
Right. Okay. Right.
But yeah, I just think because I don't know. I just feel like guys when they're trying to get nudes are just so like send me your nudes.
What do?
How do you
just send
subtly?
A picture of your cock?
No, I don't do that. That's how not to do it. I did a whole video about how not to do it.
But I feel like that's what you did.
I don't know anymore, Thomas, but I'm assuming... Okay, what would be the best way to get nudes? Let's say there's girls or guys, there's both listening to our podcast. Let's say the guys want a nude first. What should they send?
Okay.
Teach us.
So what you do is you go, oh my God, we were just swimming and I saw a melanoma on my cousin's back.
Wow.
Okay. I prevented skin cancer. She
like-
went to the doctor
I like this.
because I encouraged her.
I like this.
She would have died,
Yep.
but she's going to be fine.
Mm.
I am really good at spotting these things.
Spotting skin cancers. Yep.
Please. I really like you, and I don't want you to die. So this thing is fast acting. You won't have time to go to the doctor first. I think if you send me nudes.
So you're still going to say nudes? Yeah. You're not going to say a medical picture of your naked body. You're just going to say nudes.
If you send me nudes, I will be able to save your life. Respect yourself and do what you know is right.
Help me help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Help me help you. Wow.
We can get through this together.
So if you ever want nudes, guys say you're trying to check for melanomas. I think you need that one. And girls, if you ever, how would a girl get a nude? Just have Snapchat.
Seriously, that's all you need.
Have a phone number.
Download Snapchat.
You don't even need to add
Fuck, even a letterbox.
You don't even need any guys to have your phone number. Guys will just keep sending random numbers.
Go
dick
on
pics.
Omegle.
Go on Omegle. Okay.
You'll have...
What is Omegle?
Omegle is like chat roulette.
Oh, you're
I think by now I would have released the video because I'm trying to think of the future.
Tom was telling me about this before. He's like, I got to talk about Omegle. I'm like, I honestly don't know what that is.
So chat roulette for us old folks.
Sounds like a type of breakfast cereal.
It does. It sounds
Omegle.
delicious. So Omegle is
Chat
like
roulette.
chat roulette, basically. That's all.
Speaking of dick pics, yeah.
So
fuck
it's
yeah.
like you shuffle through a bunch of different people with webcams and you land on people and most of them are masturbating.
Most, what percentage would you say?
I'd say good over 50%, I reckon.
And you're like, are you one of them?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
50 dicks we got to suck.
50 dicks for 50 chicks.
Okay, so you went on Omegle the other day.
So I did a video called Roasting People on Omegle.
Is it a brand deal?
No. No, it's like a lot of people are doing Omegle videos on YouTube.
Okay.
And I was like trying to think what would be funny. And I quite like roasting people. So I was like, it could just be fun. So I got my girlfriend to be in it just because she would be uncomfortable, get good reactions.
Yep.
So yeah, I went on there and it basically would just shuffle and some kid would come up or adult and I just rip into them.
Kids and adults?
Kids and adults.
What percentage of kids?
Mainly adults.
That's good.
It was.
I worry about you.
And some shit went down. I saw some weird things. Okay? And one of them I would like to show you. Let's just say I had my first slave. Me and my girlfriend found our first slave.
Slave.
I don't mean that in the traditional sense.
Yeah, I don't
I mean it in the dominatrix sense.
I don't know fully what you mean by this. I actually haven't seen this video. We're going to hear the audio.
So this is something I had to cut out of the video. There was a lot of dick-related stuff that I was like, it's not worth me putting this in. Because it's quite graphic and I know that my videos already get quite demonetized and then it's not that they just get demonetized. You would have found this. They get less reach as well.
When they
flagged.
demonetize them, yeah, they definitely do.
So it's not even about making the $10 we make. It's just a...
It's about we want people to see our art.
Exactly. So here is a clip from my Omegle adventures that Frenchy hasn't seen yet, and this is me meeting my slave. Let me just see if the audio works.
Okay, no.
Oh,
no.
Just wait, here we go.
We need... This is not wrong. This is not right,
not
guys.
Working.
Did you
how does this work?
Either put it to the mic or stop fucking it. Sorry about this, guys. I'll just keep pressing buttons till Tom fixes it.
To your mic, because you got to watch it. Other way, bro. So read the chat if you can, French.
You read it.
I can't read, but it's very small. Hi, I dance, twerk, dare, tie up my balls, wanna see? Okay, one sec.
Stranger is typing.
Tell me what to take off, he says.
What to take off? Well, we want to see you tie your balls up. So pants. Pants.
No. No. No.
Okay.
No.
So this is really weird. He's standing in the
Now
middle,
twerk.
covering his face, and my girlfriend just told him to twerk.
And he's in underwear.
Oh yeah.
He's twerking hard.
He's got it.
Oh.
He's good at it.
Gets worse.
Better than me.
He's got like blue
He's our slave.
jocks
Okay.
on and a blue singlet.
He just
you
told
sing
us
us a
he's his
song?
slave.
Sing us a song.
I'll do anything naked. I just told him to sing and he sung, and now
Oh,
he's
yeah.
dancing.
Take your shirt
It's
off.
fucking weird, bro.
Oh, of course you want his shirt off, Tom.
Nice.
He's just wearing underpants.
Can you say
Can I get the order from her?
yes?
He just asked for the order from my girlfriend instead of me because he wants the slave. I'm trying to tell her what to say.
Go.
Now he's back in the middle.
Do it.
Go, you go.
So I'm trying to tell her what to tell him to do.
Can you go get a glass of water and pour it on yourself?
So he straight up grabs a bottle of water.
Okay.
I think he just drank some.
Oh.
That's lame. Shove it up your asshole.
Do you want? Can you get
Shove it
water
up
and
your
pour it on
asshole.
yourself? Yeah, pour
Punch yourself in the
it
dick.
on yourself.
This is so weird.
Oh.
And he just tipped a bottle of water on his own head.
What country do you think he's from, Tom?
He sounded like he had a European accent, but he's got quite brown skin.
Do you have any peanut butter?
Your girlfriend's a freak, bro.
Yeah.
Peanut butter
No.
or jam?
I don't know where she was going with this. She asked if he had peanut butter or jam, and he did not. And then he just sent us a message saying, "Can you tell me to get naked?"
Go on, take your undies off then.
So weird, bro.
Take them off, your undies. Yep. Oh. Ooh.
Now he's spanking himself. This was really weird, bro.
Go on, twerk then.
I couldn't even use any of it.
Yep.
Does
Go on.
a cock?
He covers it up, and then I thought it'd be funny to tell him to do a
Okay,
man
turn
joiner.
around. Alright. Tuck it in.
He's a freak.
So
He's definitely
Tuck it.
swing.
so
You
weird,
and your
bro.
missus definitely swing.
Turn around. Tuck it in. Tuck it back.
Make it look like you have a vagina.
Make it look like you have a vagina.
He's doing it. Look. That's about as good as it gets. We just get weirded out.
What the
So
fuck?
fucking weird.
What
bro.
the fuck? No, so okay. We had that time you were on. What did you catfish this guy? How did you do that? What was that on?
Oh, I catfished him on Tinder.
On Tinder. You catfished a guy on Tinder. He ended up
Yep.
sending you nudes.
Yep.
Wanting some sort of
Sent me nudes of his girlfriend.
some sort of
He wanted
swinging
an
thing.
orgy.
Second time it happens, I'm starting to think it's not a coincidence now, Tom.
Yeah, this is just spare time for me.
There's an Arab-looking European, Indian-looking European
Yeah, absolutely.
who's your slave,
Mhm.
and
Got him to man
you got him to me and John in front of you and your girlfriend while you guys were jerking off. That is,
We were.
you were. I
Later.
think.
Later.
No, but the audio listeners can tell by your voices. I could see the video guys; they were rubbing one out.
Absolutely.
They were finger blasting the shit out of each other.
So that video will not appear on the YouTube video on the Roundabout Crew, but for our Patreon listeners, I will upload the video so you can watch it uncensored. Disgusting.
It is disgusting, guys. It is. I like a man giner as much as the next person, but
Didn't love that one.
too much man in that giner.
You want a woman giner? That's
Yes, that's
different.
the ones I like. That's
Vagina.
the ones I like.
Right.
Vagina, my bad.
Right.
Oh, that is a weird video.
That was
concept,
fucking
Tom.
weird, bro.
Tom, that is a weird one.
It's funny, man. You have to see it.
If you would like more Omegle videos from Tom, send him a message.
Absolutely.
Fire a mangina. That could be your new thing. Instead of getting nudes, you get manginas.
No, thank you.
I think that was
Let's
a
not make
yes.
that a thing.
I think he wants it.
I do not want manginas from our...
Tom wants a mangina.
Now I'm going to have like underage kids sending me fucking manginas, bro. Jesus Christ. Send them via Frenchy. Send them to Frenchy. He will collate the best manginas and send them forward.
Collate. Tom only wants the best.
I want the best of the best.
Okay. So what's been happening with you lately, Tom?
That was it.
That is exciting. Last episode, I realized I didn't get to talk about my Yarram show.
Yes, that is true.
So that would have been Saturday week ago now. So
this is the first time I've ever heard the word Yarram.
Me too, and I've heard a
Sounds
lot of places in Australia.
Sounds like a strange word.
Yarram. You're playing trivia. What's a Yarram? What would you say it is?
It's an indigenous snack.
Yarram. Yeah, nice work. 10 points to Gryffindor. Nailed it. So I was in Yarram and I got talked it up. I was at my Geelong show in the Sphinx. The sound guy's like, "You'll love Yarram, mate. Tourist spot near the beach, beautiful theatre." I'm like, I'm excited to go there now. It's a town of 2,000 people. Okay, that's fine. I like doing small towns.
That's rough, but
it is small. But like, it's one of those ones is a decent catchment area, so people drive from anywhere.
Gotcha.
Small towns, not a lot happens. I'm doing my sound check. The one of the staff members was like, he showed me his Snapchat. He's like, "Yo, check this. A car just crashed into the front lawn of a house." So it went into the fence. And that was all people from that town were talking about. They fucking loved it. It was like Crackerjack. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That small town vibe.
And the committee has to approve me for doing a show at that theatre.
Really?
And
they did approve you?
People. Yeah, there was one old lady. She's not that old, but she just fucking loved me. And the rest of them were like, "We're not going to watch your show, but I hope it's fun."
Well, that's good. Good on them for approving you. You dirty fuck.
It was nice. But the coolest thing I found about Yarram, so I was at the supermarket. And there was what's smaller than A4? A5?
A5.
It goes weird like that.
I think it goes backwards, yeah.
There was an A5 poster of me at the supermarket. Very good publicity. And above it was, and I was like, you know what? No one's going to come to me when they see this because this is way fucking better. On Saturday the 7th of December in Yarram, they have lawn mower races.
That's sick.
How fucking good is that?
I assume it's right on lawn mowers.
Right on lawn mowers.
'Cause that's going to be fucking...
No, it's push lawn mowers.
Otherwise, that's going to be a weird race.
They just push them as fast as they can.
So it's like a chariot race.
It's lawnmower races, and I reckon we'll have a good mix of listeners where half of them are like, "Yo, I've never heard of that. That's so cool," and the other half from the country. We got a lot of country listeners are like, "Yeah, you don't know about lawnmower races? They do up the engines. They put like V8s and V10s in their lawnmowers and shit, and they get heaps of torque, heaps of twerk,
heaps of twerk. I saw heaps of twerk in the last video.
Races start from 10 a.m. There's bubble soccer, jumping castles, face painting.
That sounds lit.
If you were about to race on a lawnmower, what would you want your face painted as?
A fucking piece of grass.
So they can't see ya. Go camo. They're like, "Oh fuck, no one's behind me." And then it's just
lawnmower's pushing itself.
It's just a piece of grass on a lawnmower.
So stupid. What would you want your face painted as?
I don't know. Batman. I don't know.
Okay, I thought you had something to go with that.
No, I was just asking you. No, that was very good. And it's how much do you reckon entry would be for that?
$5.
$5.
Yeah,
You've nailed that. You've nailed that. Family 15.
Okay.
They must have big families in the country
to make it worth it. More than 3, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. $20 for a competitor.
Right.
I thought you'd be able to compete for free.
That's a lot to pay. That's like club entry.
All day ride pass is $10.
That's sick.
That's so
what
good.
rides?
That's
Just
country
lawnmowers.
value. Well, there's bubble soccer, jumping castles.
Push your own lawnmower.
There's a picture of a Santa, so I'm guessing you ride Santa is one of the rides. Teacups is there.
Fuck yeah. How good are Dodgem cars? That shit's fun.
Dodgem cars are the most overrated ride in the amusement park.
Oh, just because you don't
Nope.
you don't drive.
I'm standing by that.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
Absolutely.
Dodgem cars have the coolest name. They have the coolest. You pitch a Dodgem car to people, you're like, that's fucking sick. You actually go on one, you're like, what the fuck? That's lame. It's
What
like
do you mean?
you go on like 4Ks an hour. You can't even give anyone proper whiplash anymore. They've slowed them all down.
No, you still can.
It used to be
you
able
chase kids
like,
down and really fuck them up with it.
Not anymore. You're not going fast enough. It used to be able to.
At
You
the
used,
show
used
they
to be
go,
able to get
right?
you like your little cousin. They'd be stuck, and you're just like coming in like.
I'll tell you
See you
what's,
later, Terry.
what's wild, how those carnies just walk from cart to cart while you're
Yeah,
going.
on
That's
the
such a boss move.
Carnies exude alpha energy.
Mm.
They stand on
And
that
meth
car.
energy.
Yeah, there's meth energy too.
Yeah.
When they stand on that car butt, especially when you're stuck and you can't go, and they jump on, they turn the wheel,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
fucking press the
They
foot.
They
do
jerk
that.
off the wheel to get it to go.
Mm.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, they
dominate it.
have very curvy dicks, Carnie.
Absolutely. They would have curvy
They have
dicks.
that curvy dick energy.
They're those ones you see in real gross porn. Carnies.
Carnie porn is the grossest of all porns.
Especially Todd Carney porn.
If you were a Carnie, what ride would you want to be on?
Or maybe the Gravitron in the middle. Those ones that spin heaps and people
Oh,
got...
because people lose their money and you can steal that afterwards.
Sure.
Smart.
Thank you.
Smart.
What about you?
What's that? Just those. I would want to be on, you know, where they throw the ring and they
Oh,
never
yeah.
get it on the bottle or whatever it's on.
Yeah.
I would love that just to heckle them because you can get in their heads, get in their egos, and they start paying heaps more. Or throwing down, knocking down the pins. One of those ones. Come on,
Ooh,
Sluggo. Yeah, you know how to throw a ball, don't you? Oh, this guy doesn't
That's
even
a
know how
good
to throw
idea.
a ball. Just like rule,
Yeah,
like lame
that's a
peer
better
pressure.
choice. I'd go... I'm changing my answer.
Okay.
The one where you hit the hammer on the thing.
Yep.
And the thing goes up to see how strong you
Thor. It's called the Thor.
are. Thor hammer.
And if you get the highest prize, you become Thor.
And I try and steal people's girls because I'd be like, if you want a guy who can really bang a hammer,
Yep.
leave him. Come back to the
Oh,
trailer with me.
Oh, because you go in as a
'Cause they-
tradie,
'cause
as a
they never-
carpenter.
They never do well. Like, they usually fail.
But does that mean you'll have to show 'em up, or you'll just
Just pretend. I've done it all the time.
look who that high score is?
Yeah.
Look who that score. Jungle Gym. Who do you think Jungle Gym is? Me.
Yep.
And then so I guess banging a hammer is
I'll
metaphor
go,
for.
here's your boyfriend. Here's me. Wrong button.
That was cool though. You should have gone with
Thanks.
it. Sounds like the start for like Degrassi High,
Yeah, it does.
like crossed with Sabrina. It's like a fun little
Yeah.
teen show. Yo, Sabrina, are you a witch? Like maybe. Find out on Sabrina if she's a witch or not.
Nice.
And then after that, we've got Home Improvement, where Wilson pops his head over the fence and watches Tim the Toolman Taylor plow his wife. Thanks for
Wow.
coming.
I wish I got on a sitcom back in the day where you just like made your life killing. Just
Oh.
playing like a real basic character.
There's still time to get on the sitcom. That's sitcom money.
Fuck, bro. I would jump at that.
Okay, would you rather be on... This is what you're getting from today's podcast, guys. This is me asking Tom hypothetical questions. Would you rather be on Hey Dad or The Cosby Show?
Cosby Show. I feel like I'd be a more memorable character.
Would you try to do a similar voice to him to fit in, or would you just be... What would you be your
I'd do
character
a
on The Cosby Show?
wider voice.
You'd be the white guy.
Hey. I
What?
got nothing.
Oh, hello. What's his voice again? Pokemon. What's all that Pokemon and Pokemon?
With the Pokemon and the roofies and the drinks.
That's the one. I can't do voices. How can one man be so bad at voices, guys? How can? What we have for you today, we have 3 amazing trending trash, and we've got our Patreon listeners gave us conversation topics. Is that what you'll say?
Yes. Should we get started with some Patreon questions?
I would love to.
This is from Sam Davis.
Big
He
Sammy
says-
D. Big Sammy D.
Give me advice on what to do with my life. graduate uni or become a mafia boss, keep my girlfriend and her stinky cat or cut my penis off and become a koala, bash my family to death or smoke meth, passports or shots, mirror or mirror.
Okay,
It's
so
a lot of great questions.
He's given us a lot of
kind of
tough
life paths. I think these are all sliding door moments if you choose one.
He's got 5 sliding door moments he's dealing with at the moment.
All right, so I'm going to just go through one by one I'll ask you.
Please.
Should Sam graduate uni or become a mafia boss, and
Mafia
why?
boss, that's not even a decision. If that's an option on the table, which I'm assuming it is, it's sounding like he's about to finish his arts degree and then his grandfather's like, I'm about to die, Sam.
You can
take over as a mafia boss.
I've seen The Sopranos. That shit rocks.
That shit is awesome. And you don't know the mafia in Australia anymore, do you?
True.
They're doing it well.
Yeah,
They're still making that money. They're still ordering that pizza. They're still
I think that's what
killing those snitches. That's what they do. Mafia boss.
Yep.
Done.
Easy. Keep his girlfriend and her stinky cat or cut off his penis and become a koala.
Is stinky cat a metaphor for smelly pussy?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Is
Maybe
it
she just
actual
has
cat, or does her pussy smell?
There is no option for him to rebuttal here.
Do you think they're listening to this together?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I think actually he wrote in brackets, definitely her stinky ass pussy.
Stinky ass pussy.
Sorry, I missed that when I
Sam,
first
you should
read
not
it.
have written that.
That is really too far, bro.
I get that after my shows. It's actually been quite even. There'll be the guy who's obsessed with the podcast and bringing his girlfriend, or vice versa. Sometimes the girls just fucking love it, and the guy's like, yeah, you're kind of funny, boy. She's just fucking laughing in bed and I'm trying to sleep. So this is
one of those moments.
Sammy D moment. You can wash a stinky pussy. I will say that.
That's true.
What was his other option? Cut off his dick?
And become a koala.
You don't need to cut off your dick to become a koala.
How do you do it?
They're not related. You have to eat a koala. You have
to become one.
Yep.
You are what you eat. I see.
You are what you eat.
No, that makes sense.
You are what
so
you
which one are you choosing? It's tough. I know.
How stinky?
Let's just say it smells like eucalyptus.
I'm going koala.
Okay.
I'm going koala.
Sure. Bash his family to death or smoke meth.
This is yours, Tom. I've done the other two.
Well, both are going to ruin your family, so you might as well do both.
What he decides, you'll find out next week on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Coming up now, it's Home Improvement, where Wilson peeps over the fence and watches the neighbour Tom fuck a kid. Thank you.
Well, you can only see the top half of my head, so you can't draw descriptions of me to the police. Passports or shots?
You need both. That's not even a question.
That's true.
It's, do you have your passport? Did you get your shot? Everyone knows that.
So this says mirror or mirror.
Mirror, obviously.
Or as Frenchy would say, mirror or mirror.
Or
So
pyramid.
both.
What was the other one? Pyramid.
Pyramid. Is the 7th 100% locked in for the Christmas party?
Yes. Lock it
Yes.
in.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Me and Tom will be somewhere having a few beverages.
I'm going to hit up some venues this week, and I will come back with a venue to our Patreon.
And I will hit up some drug dealers this week and come back with nangs, which are legal. Actually, you don't need to hit up drug dealers.
Have you ever done a nang?
Yes, I have done a nang.
Really? That's so Wollongong of you.
They're just a short hit. If you want to do a nang, just go to the dentist, do it safely. They're just nitrous oxide, bro.
Is it the same as a dentist thing?
I think the dentist thing's better. They give you more.
Right.
The nang's just one canister. There's a delivery service called Nangaroo. You can get the app for it because they're
Oh,
legal.
really?
Yeah. You can get 60 nangs for $50 or something like that.
Well, there you go, Mark Hickson. That answers your question.
Did we? Yes, that answers your question.
Harry says, best thing to fight boredom besides wanking. Oof. The problem with wanking when you're bored is it leads to being tired. So then you'll go in a cycle of wank napping that is hard to break.
I get quite bored. okay?
Mm.
Because I have nothing to do during the days. Often I can't film because all my friends are doing things. Have you tried drawing your friends if they were cartoon characters?
Ooh.
Mm.
So mine's just a stick figure,
Yours?
Mm.
No.
giant head,
Yes.
Stick.
And
stick body, but a bit of a belly.
no, I don't know. I guess try to do something productive, like just push-ups. I don't know. What do people do when they're bored?
What I do, I like to go down YouTube rabbit holes. My
Okay.
suggestions, Walmart fights
Oh, Walmart fights are
is great.
Yeah. Like that chick from what was this little Sydney girl?
Oh yes.
That little rat girl. It was like,
You
you got my fucking bag.
Newcastle,
You got my
Maitland.
fucking bag. She
Bro,
was
I
great.
actually had a interview lined up for that, and I forgot. So I had the guy who filmed that video
Oh, what?
who was going to call up.
How do you forget that?
Very simple person.
I
Very
forget things
forgetful.
too. I forget things.
Other things to fight boredom, anything by Fail Army. People falling over is very funny.
Early roundabout crew videos.
Yeah, there's some weird shit there.
Oh yeah, I've just went through and hit a few more of mine.
Yeah, your old ones. Hit
Yep.
a few. Yeah,
hit a
fuck.
few. Yeah, you gotta hide them. You gotta keep hiding them as they get more and more shit.
Oh, then I'd have no videos left. Will you be doing a Christmas-themed episode? This is from Aaron Roots, and I'm
Mm.
sure he does.
Yeah.
I hear Tom's great at playing the part of Santa Claus. Now that's good.
Because you're a ho ho ho.
Oh, I'm gonna
Fuck! It wasn't on.
Oh, damn it.
There we go.
Nice. Either way, around Christmas, I'll be having a lot of kids sitting on my lap.
You're gonna fill their stocking.
Mm. I'm a magical man. Either way, my giant brown sack will be emptied around Christmas.
I hope you ask before you enter their chimney. Oh, these buttons are too good. Let's try to get some stings, at least one where it's like something I've said and one where it's something you've said,
Yes.
like you did for the phone call.
Yes.
Where's our little slave intern? Where's he? Come get us some stings, mate. What was his name again?
Xander.
Xander. Come back, Xander. What more questions, Tom? What do we got?
You put him in a cage, didn't you?
Yes.
It was recently, Mark Hickson has pointed out that it was recently Thank You Patrons Day. Would be cool. It was either today or yesterday. This was a week ago. Not sure since we're ahead of America. But yeah, thank you, patrons.
No, they got to thank us. They're Patreons. We're patrons. We're the patrons. We're the daddy.
Right.
Yeah, we're the patrons. They're the Patreons.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, it is. We're
I'm
R.
lost.
Kelly and they're our little...
There are women, underage women.
That sounds bad when we put it like that.
Did you see the I think. we
Did you
talked
get
about
your
that.
passport?
What do you guys think about the future, about your future in the entertainment industry? Are there any big goals for you guys that you're shooting for? That's a good question from Fletcher Kent.
On a serious note, I will say this. I've
Yeah.
got a sitcom comedy show I'm writing. I'd love to get that made. Very hard getting funding for a straight white male. Woe is me.
Sad.
It actually is, though. If you... Yeah, that's perfect. No, it is. It is tricky getting funding for anyone, even if they're Indian or what are some other nationalities? French,
Mm-hmm.
Brazilian. It is hard getting funding in this day and age. Networks want something safe. They want something with people they know. So I may
The
have to
problem
make it
is,
myself.
You've got to create something to show your worth to international audience. You can't rely on Australian.
Yeah, so I
It's
may
a
have
small
to
market.
film this myself if they don't believe in it, but that's fine. But either way, I'll be doing lots more stand-up. My shows are going very well, and I'll be doing that internationally next year. Tom, what about you?
I'm happy with where the podcast is going. It's going really well.
Me too. I
I
should have
think
said that.
this has been
I
our
want that as my
yeah.
answer.
So this is only our first year. We've only been doing this 1 year, and it's been really great. I think our audience is finding us, and we're hoping to grow that in the next year. Yeah. And also, I'll be trying to do some more stand-up, and I've also got some shows I'm writing planning to pitch. And I think, that's the next step we'd love to do, is write something that we can cast each other in and continue the comedy that we love.
Do you want the comedy continue? Well, it's about to, because we've got Home Improvement coming out. In this episode, Wilson sticks his creepy head over the fence, and what does he see?
He sees Frenchy fucking a dog.
No, that's not what he sees. He sees Tim the Toolman Taylor using his tools to fuck his kids. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Shout out to young Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT, what happened to him?
Heartthrob.
He was a heartthrob.
Yeah.
He's one of those kids you're like, I wish I looked like him.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No, I would not. JTT, Jonathan Taylor. He was
like the kid who was in all the magazines.
Oh, yeah. He was like
The poster boy.
Macaulay Culkin who didn't do meth. He just disappeared.
That's right.
Okay, I want to do a story here. I got this story
do you want one more?
ages ago.
We've only got one more question.
Is that from the Facebook?
Yeah.
Did you post it on your... Oh.
No, this is in the group.
Okay, one more.
One more. This is from Claire Guest. When getting in an Uber, do you get in the front seat or back seat?
Good question. Good question. Or do we want to know that second bit?
Nope. Oh, Claire's coming to see you on Friday, which was
So
the
would have just
Friday.
been there. Thank you for coming, Claire.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you
on
for coming as my guest. Be my guest. That's her last name.
Oh, I love that.
Very good. Good question. I'm going to say it depends on the trip. Tom?
Yeah. See, it depends how many people as well. But if you get in the back, the etiquette is to sit on the right side. We're Australian.
No.
The driver sits on the left. You do not want to
The driver sits on the right.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, the driver sits on the right side of his car. If you're facing forward. Do you own a car? Have you driven before? Because when I pull the handbrake up like that, and then I'm driving.
I'm so confused. Either way, you don't sit behind the driver. You sit on the side away from him.
Diagonally away.
Because if you're straddling him, it's kind of creepy for him. He can see you in the mirror if you're in the back.
Yep.
Look back at you. It's less weird.
If I can get away with going in the back, I'll go to the back. Yeah, fuck it. I don't want to hear your chat.
Yeah.
Initially, when it was this new fresh thing, it would be like, I'm going to sit in the front. We're going to chat. We're just a
You
mate
love to
driving me
chat,
around.
bro.
I do.
Every Uber.
Every Uber in America with Tom.
Bro. Oh, it was the worst. Because I just hop in and I just tell me where to go, like some pleasantries, and then I don't want it.
Was it the worst though?
It was funny.
I was very good at chatting. They're just a bit rude in America.
No, they were fine.
You
were rude in America. This one guy we talked to for ages. Frenchy was chatting to him for probably 20, 30 minutes to get to our destination. I thought it was it was a fine conversation, back and forth. He was a big YouTube fan. And then Frenchy gets out. He's like, that guy was the fucking biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. Or something really harsh. And I was like, what?
Yeah, he fucking sucked.
Yeah, that's what you said. You're like, that guy fucking sucked. And me and Tonya were like, you just chatted to him for like half an hour. It was fine.
He spent ages showing me these Guatemalan memes and shit like that.
Oh, he's talking about his family in Guatemala and all this shit. And then Frenchy just roasts him.
No, he spent a long time talking about himself. And there was a 90%, 10% conversation. I'm like, you're just into yourself now, bro. I'm much more interesting than you. Your stories suck, which they did, bro. He had interesting stories and he told them the most boring way. I'm like, you need to talk about yourself less. You're not an interesting dude. I'm an international comedian in America trying to do a 50-50 conversation with you and you're going 90% on your boring fucking life.
That's what you get for talking to Uber drivers.
Yes, now I know.
So the answer to that question is to walk. Wherever you need to go, walk. It's safer.
Walk.
That's not true.
Walk. I want to get into some trending trash, which is not trending. These are the stories we got. I got this story a month ago from one of our Patreons.
Fuck yeah.
It was the Bogan Baby Names top picks of 2019.
Number 1, Frenchy.
No, that's a nickname.
Oh.
And I don't even think half of these are Bogan names. They're just weird names. Okay? So we've got Charmaine. That was you got to turn the volume on. Anomaly. Wait. Weird. There's a name called Anomaly. That's sick. Antoinette spelled.
That's weird. That's some weird spelling.
How would you describe that spelling?
Whoa. Net.
Like Whoa
Netty.
Vicky. Like Whoa
Yeah.
Vicky.
Like doing the whoa.
Panda. That's a
Panda.
cool name.
I don't know if
That
that's
is a
bogan,
cool
that's
name.
just weird.
That person. Do you want
Sienna Marie, that's fucking bogan.
Sienna Marie?
Snowdrop, that sounds like a drug.
Yeah, that sounds like something we want to shelve
Starlet,
into our
that's
anus.
a stripper.
Starlet's a
Velvet.
stripper.
Stripper.
Vanilla?
Vanilla, like vanilla. That's
Oh.
a stripper.
Windy?
That's probably,
That's
that's a
just-
gassy stripper.
Pretty sure that's someone from Captain Planet. Windy.
Brian. Yeah, that's pretty
Brian.
bogan.
Yeah, that's good.
Cannon.
Canaan.
Canaan.
Cairo.
Cairo. Pluto.
Pluto. That's
These aren't really bogan, they're just
that's
bad.
just a dog from
Yeah, Pluto pup.
Pluto Pup. That's a precise.
Precise. That's sincere. Tigger. Tokyo. Wyatt. Wyatt's kind of.
There we go. Good names.
Those were good names.
Okay, which one do we want to do? South Dakota defends latest drug awareness campaign. And the campaign is, okay, I'm assuming it's an anti-drug campaign, but you don't know because it says this. It says, meth, full stop. We're on it.
I kind of love that. Meth. We're on it.
Paid by the government to a marketing campaign. So these ad agency, all they could come up with was meth, we're on it. And it has people on billboards and the statement meth, we're on it. It looks like they're proud of being on the meth.
It does a little bit.
It look at that sign. Here we go, that one. It's just
It's
a
like
smiling old man.
yeah.
He's got all his teeth. This is not meth. Meth, we're on it. Meth, we're on it.
Yeah, so there's different examples. There's like a football team with methware on it. There's some.
Yo, would they play good NFL, good American football on meth?
They'd be quick.
They would.
They might focus on the wrong details, like counting the stitches on the ball. And
They
stuff.
might halfway through the game they might bash a cop.
Yeah, true. God knows they won't sleep before game day.
There you go.
Meth, we're on it. What would you do as an advertising slogan for meth if
Oh.
you were in Australia? There's obviously a meth epidemic in rural towns. What do you reckon a good slogan?
I think honestly I would say listen, I was out swimming with my cousin. She had a melanoma on her back.
Right.
Mm.
This sounds familiar.
Yes, it does. And she was going to go to Harvard. Harvard. And she was going to be the world's best astronaut at Harvard. Then she started smoking meth.
Oh, no.
And she turned into Susan Boyle.
Wow. A beautiful singer?
Yes. What? What?
She's got a beautiful singing voice.
Oh,
Susan
no.
Boyle.
Susan Boyle's Boyle.
Oh, no.
So a wart on her face.
It's quite a long slogan.
So don't smoke meth 'cause it will ruin your chances of hooking up with your cousin.
True. That's just...
What would you do?
I'd say do meth and your life will be a meth.
Oh, that's really good.
A
I should've
real
done
meth.
that. I should have done that. I actually talked to someone
That's for Lisp.
after my show
Oh, no.
who had been on the meth train. And it was a very interesting conversation. He had got his life together now.
Good on you.
But he was
Shout out.
like, it was crazy because he's like, that first hit of meth is actually so good. No, that's what he said. And then he said, but it absolutely fucks up your life and every other one is not as good. It's just one of those classic ones where you're chasing that feeling of the first.
Yep, that's
First time.
most hard drugs.
Most hard
So
drugs.
the trick is don't try them.
Don't try the hard ones. Just stick to nangs and pokies.
You know what they say? Try before you buy.
What? Try before you buy.
It's terrible advice.
That is terrible advice. If you want some more terrible advice, home and improvement is coming up.
What's in Tim's toolbox this week? It's meth. We all know.
Apparently South Dakota had to pull a different campaign titled "Don't Jerk and Drive" after complaints.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I want to look it up, but I don't know what I'm going to get. Don't jerk.
That's good advice.
Right,
Were
it
people
can't
jerking
have
off
been.
and driving?
Maybe it was about beef jerky they were having. I don't fully
Is it
know.
like don't be a jerk and drive?
Don't jerk and drive. Designed to discourage people. from jerking on the road,
Who was doing that?
which is overcorrecting on icy roads by jerking the steering wheel.
That needs more explanation. I've never been that bored driving where I want to wank.
But they probably look at our slogans and be like, yo, Australia had this one that said, don't be a tosser. And they're like, they're tossing their dick on the road.
But that was meant to be a bit.
So is this one. This is meant to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek, don't jerk and drive. And people are like, oh, what, we're jerking? No, we're not.
Is it? Okay.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Hmm.
We all learned something.
Do you have any more stories, Tom?
No.
There's one that I don't know if I
I
can
do actually.
find it. Try look on the Patreon. There's that one posted about. Oh, I found it. So as you know, we love a good headline here. This may be a fake article, but it looks like it's from a newspaper in possibly India, Talpur Road, Kara something, some place in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
We got sent this. I think it's a real story. Gay baboon terrorizes villagers in South Africa. That's probably where it is.
Gay baboon.
Rapes 5 men.
That's not a racial slur. They're pretty racist over there.
No, it's not a racial
an actual
slur. There's a
baboon?
photo of an actual baboon
Okay.
doing a sexy pose. Men at a village in the northwest are living in fear over a big male baboon that likes to grope and bonk human males. The baboon is said to have attacked more than 6 people in the past week. What's baffling the villagers is that the baboon only attacks guys and does not hurt its victims, but rather performs sexual acts on top of the terrified victims and leaves.
Would you prefer to fight a baboon or let it have its way?
Where's it fucking? Which part of me?
Your butt.
Fight then. You didn't say it's going to bash me. I got a chance.
It'll bash you. So how do they stop it?
You don't want that monkey cock, bro. Trust me. First, George, someone says, he tells a story about how I thought it wanted to kill me, but realized it was after my bum. Is this a real story?
I don't know, man.
Because there's so much like articles around. It's just like very.
That's funny. What you could tell it wanted my bum.
5 men were admitted to hospital after experiencing acute anal pains and fatigue. Whoa, this is.
That sounds
This
fake.
cannot. This must be made up.
Must
Yeah. I want to believe it's real. Like Santa.
Here's a story for you, French.
Last story, and then we'll get on to the sing-alongs.
Woman flies 500 miles to lose virginity to man 24 years her senior and his girlfriend. Gabrielle Reese.
Is this that sugar baby shit?
I don't know.
We talked about this once, remember?
We haven't read this.
Gabrielle Reese, what's her Instagram?
Has always been attracted to older men and warned her own parents years earlier that she planned to marry someone their age. A woman flew more than 500 miles to lose her virginity, and they now live happily together as a throuple. So 3 people.
Thruple.
She was 18 when she travelled to meet Jacob Boswell and Megan Muirhead.
Where are they from? I need a country. I need a visual, guys. We need a visual.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, this makes the most sense.
A big Mormon
This
area.
makes the most sense.
Recalling their first encounter, which involved her traveling from her home in Idaho to Salt Lake City, Utah, who is bisexual and said she has only liked older men, explained, I did lose my virginity that first weekend. They didn't waste any time.
Obviously not. If she's flying 500 miles, you know she's probably up for it.
We never really discussed that as the plan, but we were all interested and open to the idea.
How is this a story?
Yeah.
How is this a story?
Dunno. This is the Mirror.
This is the Mirror.
The whole thing was exciting and new. We all clicked very fast, and there was a lot of chemistry. We were all involved that first night. Jesus.
Chemistry is a hard subject. Have you ever done that?
Good segue. I don't think I ever did. You might say.
I don't know why I went for that button. Oh, that's enough, Tom. That was just a nothing story.
Yeah.
I didn't put that on you.
Would you be able to be in a throuple, two girls?
Depends on the how much I'm getting paid.
You're not getting paid.
What?
Yeah.
Is this a movie or a fantasy you've had?
No, this is me asking you a question. I'm not sure.
Probably not, Tom.
Why's that?
Oh, I don't know if you've ever dated one girl. Very tiring. I feel like 2 would be twice as tiring. Thoughts?
I feel like the politics would be difficult. Like,
Unless
you said hello to her first.
I don't think you'd want 2. I think you'd want more than 5.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
then you can start numbering them, start having a list,
Hierarchy.
ranking system. And it's less, if it's 2, they might become friends, team up on you. If there's 5, play them all off against each other, that sort of stuff. And you'd also be quite good at trivia if you went down on trivia
True.
nights. If you just got 2, they could both be idiots. You got 5 girlfriends?
Surely one's really good at certain topics.
Yeah, 1, but you got 5. You got 5 better options at trivia. Think
True.
about that.
You can get one to study a certain area of the Trivial Pursuit.
What about, would you ever be in a throuple with a mate and a girl?
Definitely.
Or just a mate you do podcasts with?
I'm listening. That would make this podcast very
It's
weird dynamic.
It's very modern. It's very modern.
Yeah, you're right. And we here at the Tom
We
and
are
Frenchy
here for
podcast,
modern
we're a couple of modern men. And we're open to new and fresh ideas.
open marriages I find weird. Okay?
Yes.
Why get married? That's my thing.
True.
Just stay open relationships. One thing. Open marriages. Why get married then?
Tax reasons.
Is it? But if you live with someone long enough, you get the same tax anyway.
You're right.
That's what I don't understand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm on board. And I think it is strange. Like,
Can we get the throuple in next week?
yes,
Fly them in.
from Utah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Utah's the weirdest state of America.
I'd go to Utah. Maybe we should go there.
That'd be a good trip. We did
Do you reckon they'd accept us into the Mormon faith, or are we too much sinners?
I would love to go to Mormons for a while.
Mm.
What do they believe?
It's really alien based at the end, I think.
You're thinking of the movie Aliens.
Oh yeah, Signs.
You're thinking of
I
Independence
was thinking of
Day.
Signs. I was like
Signs.
Mel
That's what
Gibson.
you think-
He's very angry. There's crop circles. Yeah.
That's what you're
Signs.
thinking of. We're going to look up Mormonism and talk about it on next week's podcast.
And then we're gonna join and door
And then we're
knock.
going to join, and it's going to become a
town near
Mormon-only
you.
podcast. Church of Latter-day Saints. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to do some epic
God
ones before
bless.
Christmas. We got the
Christmas party, 7th
Christmas
of
party.
December,
We'll
Saturday.
be able to talk about.
Oh boy! If you want to watch my weird slave,
Check out
I'll put that on our Patreon.
Tom's Weird Slave on the
Uncensored. I won't
Patreon.
be able to put it on YouTube because it's filthy.
It is actually weird. It's just weirdly filthy. It's just
You
like
actually don't see dick.
no. That's why I'd rather just see Dick straight up, not this
Yeah.
weird slave shit he was doing. But like,
There was also a dude we clicked on. He came up and it was just a dude flexing completely nude.
bro, I was working out. Okay, I told you that. I told you that. Damn, I meant. That's the one. That's what I meant.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Oh, we was flexing. What's happening on Home Improvement coming up next?
Alf. No, that's not the name.
Yes, it is Alf.
Alf.
Al, yeah. Al turns into Al, the monster, and Tim.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas turns into a bat and flies into the sun.
Oh, that will be a great episode, and there'll be a great episode of Tom and Frenchy next week too. Tell your friends. We want more subscribers. We want more listeners, and we just want more of you to have a good time. Like we have a good time when we watch Tom's Omegle videos. Thanks a lot. Tom, anything to add?
Love you long time.
Oh, fuck it. I fucked it.
See ya.